and riding on the dope set of General Tires. It's SpeedFreaks, Kenny Sargent, Crash Gladys, Richie, Cole, and Cody. Big Johnson. This isn't a show, it's a takeover, no rules, no limits, just speed, smoke, and straight talk. Strap in, Freak Nation! This is SpeedFreaks!
Late tonight.
We already won. We already won. Still got Black Rock. Where's the smoke at? Yeah.
Oh, Freak Nation, this show is freaking stacked for the next 2 hours right here in the Lucas Oil Studios, man. First hour on Fox Sports 2, or as the kids call it, FS2. And, of course, 2 hours on YouTube, the Freak Radio Network, Facebook Live, X, Instagram. You cannot escape the Freak Nation. Coming up on the show, you got plenty of Ryan Blaney with the big win in Phoenix. Josef Newgarden with a huge win, setting it up for a fantastic double. I say here in Phoenix. We always talk about here in Phoenix, Crasher.
It's where we live.
Well, yeah, that's my point. Is we say here in Phoenix. It's like you're not in Los Angeles. You're not in Charlotte. No, we're here in Phoenix, man.
This show, yeah. Phoenix, in the desert. We are the Desert Duel.
Yeah, so we had an amazing weekend here with the Freak Nation, and we're going to share all of it with you. And if you follow us on any of our socials, man, we were just all over the place. So the next 2 hours here in the Freak Nation are going to be bananas. Josef Newgarden will be here. Chad Green, you're saying who? He's your points leader in the NHRA, coming out with the funny car points lead out of Gainesville. And still you're saying who? Well, yeah, he put a beat down on Matt Hagan and other funny car pilots. He's going to be joining us here in the Freak Nation. Also, Bubba Wallace and Scott McLaughlin, Crasher, they like to get after each other, and I've put together something where...
More than just Legends cars?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so Bubba Wallace and Scott McLaughlin, they're going to go at each other, and we're going to show you this video, Richard C. Suave. Damn, you shaved your beard.
We're on FS2 now, man. I can't show up here looking like I just walked out of the cave, you know? I gotta look good for the people on FS2. We got big wigs watching us, so yeah.
And Cole Cusimano, we think he is there. This is it's when you have Cole Cusimano on location at Phoenix Raceway, and he's already is he frozen? No, there he is. Look at that background, Freak Nation. Cole Cusimano checking in from Phoenix Raceway Media Center. Oh, that's such a gorgeous background. It's kind of like Wayne's World, Freak Nation. We could not afford certain items. Yeah, we could afford the items, but when you get kicked out of 2 or 3 rooms, Freak Nation, you just do the best with what you've got. Cole Cusimano, you doing all right, buddy?
I am doing fantastic. I mean, I'm in the Phoenix Raceway driver's meeting room.
Ooh.
There's no one here right now. So I'm just kind of like taking it all in, trying to settle down for this insane race. That was a whole complete spectacle. I loved every second of it.
The entire weekend was a spectacle. I enjoyed every minute of this weekend in Phoenix, out of Phoenix. I don't know if motorheads truly can grasp what we just went through. Moto America opened up at Daytona. You have the Daytona 200, where history was made, first female ever on the podium. Then you had a triple crown at Lucas Oil Stadium for Supercross, where Hunter Lawrence, we're not talking Jet this season, we're talking Hunter Lawrence takes the win there. You've got NHRA kicking things off at the Gator Nationals down in Florida, which was a sold-out crowd. And then you've got a quadruple header in Phoenix where we are, because you got ARCA, you've got IndyCar, O'Reilly, and NASCAR Cup. Hello. Forget. Formula One kicked off this weekend, too. And we saw passing.
We saw more passing in the first, Richie? 20 laps of Formula One than... I saw more passing in the first 20 laps than I did all of last year. But then again, I didn't watch a whole lot of Formula One last year.
Amen to that. There were 125 total overtakes for the Australian Grand Prix on Saturday night. And it was the most overtakes. It was more overtakes than at any point in any race last year.
Ooh.
Last year's Australian Grand Prix only had 45 overtakes. Okay. And people are, believe it or not, people are still complaining. Don't go on the internet and listen to Formula One fans, because the Formula One fans online are all saying, "Oh, fake overtakes, manufactured overtakes, not real racing, not my Formula One, not my Formula One." Idiots, all of them. I enjoyed the hell out of that freaking race on Saturday, man.
Overtakes.
Yes.
That's a T-shirt.
Yes.
Fake overtakes.
But Richie, and my goodness, if this is not a freaking show killer talking Formula One out of the top of the show.
No, it's not. For you, it might be, but
Yeah.
you even enjoyed last night in Australia.
I don't keep tabs on the headlines of Formula One, but seeing Ferrari run up front, and when I say up front, Richard C., I'm saying in the top 5.
That was good.
Was the communication at all coming from those wigs that cover Formula One that Ferrari actually had a shot at podiuming in Australia? Was anybody?
I enjoyed that part of it for sure, being the Ferrari fan, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I truly don't understand what Formula One fans are thinking. You know what's? Maybe we can save this for like a Wednesday show so we can dive into it deeper than we can now. But right now, Formula One fans and NASCAR fans are like they might as well just be shaking hands and kissing, making babies with each other because they sound exactly the same.
Complaining?
Complaining.
Got it.
Yes, exactly.
Are you telling me NASCAR fans were complaining about what we had at Phoenix today, which was amazing?
I think some of them were, yes. Because but I think that's just the badge that comes with Phoenix. It's like there are so many fans that Phoenix can be the greatest racing of all time, and fans would still hate on it. So, yeah, I'm so tired of motorsports fans. Just why even watch anymore if you're just not going to be entertained?
Well, let's go to the basement there at Phoenix Raceway where Cole Cusimano's checking in again from the basement of Phoenix Raceway. Cole Cusimano, I mean, looking at your face, my friend, you might have thought that there were 30 women dancing around that track. Well, you got excited about this race, buddy.
You missed me yawning during the F1 segment there.
Oh.
But no, I gotta say, I think Phoenix Raceway and NASCAR have found the formula for success in building a good on-track product because we saw the championship race a few months ago with this softer tire, and the racing was phenomenal. I think, in my opinion, one of the best championship races we've ever seen. And then go here today, and you have an increased horsepower, 670 to 750. So you have the same tires, more horsepower. Tires are wearing crazy. So tons of comers and goers. The battling for the lead, the entire race was incredible. You had Ryan Blaney charge from the rear of the field twice because tire issues on pit road. So if you complained about this race and you were not a fan, just don't even watch NASCAR. Don't even watch.
You had Kyle Busch, just because we know we have a crap ton of Kyle Busch fans. And Kyle Busch fans go nuts for anything he does, good or bad. You had him coming from the very back of the pack because of a blown tire to at one point, oh my gosh, the last restart or the second to last restart, 10th. What? He was 2 laps down. So, yes, the driving through the field from so many different drivers, SVG being another one, because he blew a tire around the same time Kyle did, all of a sudden he's back up to 9th. There were so many different strategies, different driving styles going on because of the tires getting worn so much. It was mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing. And, let's just move the championship race to Florida because these last 2 races at Phoenix have been great.
It's
Don't get me started on that.
It's so funny that like for years under the previous generation of car, and for the most part in this generation of car too, like I was just saying, there are so many fans that have just been over the style of racing here at Phoenix for years now because there wasn't a lot of passing. And now that they finally figured out that having the softer tire and having tires that wear out to allow for more passing, that's when they finally yanked the championship race.
Yeah. And
they finally get rid of they moved to the chase format. Now they finally figured out how to put on a good race at this racetrack, which is like peak NASCAR, isn't it? Like
should have been a little more patient.
Yes, a little more patient. Cole, I will say I was giving you crap in our chat earlier today because I was like, I was getting kind of bored in the first half of the race, even though the race was actually it was fine. But here's my take. Do we really need 312 laps at this stupid track?
No.
3.5 hour race? No.
I could take 250 laps totally fine.
Yes.
Exactly. Oh, sorry, Cole. Were you wanting to chime in on that?
Cole was giving the thumbs up there, which is
Okay. So
good.
good.
Yeah, he's fine with 312 laps. I prefer IndyCar going 250 laps and getting it done in 2 hours.
Okay, I'm going to flip on that. I'm going to say bring NASCAR down to 250 laps, yank IndyCar up to the 312 laps, because I think we'd be fine on time for both of those races.
Yes. Amen to that. Let's go. More IndyCar, less NASCAR.
All right, next year.
Hell yeah.
2027. It's all but done that IndyCar will be doing this duel with NASCAR again next year. Why not IndyCar be the headliner? Why not IndyCar race on Sunday at the 312 lap distance? Both NASCAR races go Saturday with their 200 and 250 lap distance.
Why do we need IndyCar at 312? Why?
Because they're faster and their races are shorter, so might as well give them more oomph.
No. The whole issue that we're talking about is extending races. We don't need extension of races, man.
Did you see how fast that race was in IndyCar?
They're great.
Yeah.
I want more great racing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I could use less of like okay racing, but
Why jack with what was successful? Just don't mess with it, man. I agree with you about them headlining because I saw some. If you're, we got a break. Holy smokes! I don't
To
know
be
what's gonna
continued.
happen. All right, Freak Nation. Yeah, man. Josef Newgarden coming up. Joey Logano coming up. Graham Rahal coming up. History was made today on two wheels when it comes to women on International Women's Day. More freaks next.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
In life, you get out what you put in. Time, effort, dedication. On the track, in the garage, in your vehicle. When you choose Lucas Oil, your vehicle delivers. Mile after mile. Generation after generation. Lessons learned, passion earned. Lucas Oil, it works.
Freak Nation, get this. General Tire has launched a comprehensive Shield Plus Advantage plan for passenger and light truck tires. What that means for you is when you purchase General Tires, the Shield Plus Advantage plan lets you enjoy a complete package of multiple warranties and coverage to get the most from your tires. The plan applies to all General Tire passenger and light truck tires purchased as replacements in the U.S. and Canada with DOT serial numbers. For more information, hit them up on GeneralTire.com. General Tire, the official tire of Speed Freaks for 2 decades.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
The smartest way to spend your money is not to. Straight Talk offers free 5G phones for new and existing customers on Verizon's 5G network. So the refund money I don't spend on that free phone is the refund money I get to keep for my family. Smart.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
Some people, they follow the rules. Here at the Freak Nation, we don't. Go to our YouTube channel at Official Speed Freaks and hit the store link, and you'll be able to own a part of the Freak Nation, from adult to kids tees, freaking hoodies, beanies to styling lids, kicks, and coffee mugs. All carrying Speed Freaks attitude that's been rattling cages for 25 years. This ain't fashion. It's a big old fat middle finger to boring. Hello. If you want to blend in, keep walking. Hit up Speed Freaks YouTube page and bang the store link so you too can own a part of the Freak Nation.
Listen, were you forced into getting a solar contract and now you just don't want it anymore? Maybe the solar company misled you. Or is your solar contract buried with hidden fees? Are you not saving the amount of money you thought you would on your energy costs? Don't worry. At the Solar Exit Hotline, we can help you cancel your solar contract, even if the panels are already installed. Our experienced legal team will review your contract and help you cancel it, possibly saving you thousands of dollars. You got to call right now for complete details. So listen, if you're not happy with your solar contract for any reason, we are here to help you cancel it. Call the Solar Exit Hotline now for immediate options to help you exit your solar contract. This call is 100% free.
800-798-9512. 800-798-9512. 800-798-9512. That's 800-798-9512.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Freak Nation, we're sponsored by our good friends at Lucas Oil. Go to lucasoil.com to check out a line of products to keep all of your rides fat and happy. Two-wheel, that fat freaking 69 Mustang you have in the garage, make sure you're running with Lucas Oil. Go to lucasoil.com. That's lucasoil.com. We're talking about the double that happened at Phoenix Raceway, Freak Nation, with IndyCar on Saturday afternoon into the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series Saturday night. Then, of course, today's race with the Cup Series. And Thursday night was the ARCA Series. Friday was practice and qualifying. It was a 4-day extravaganza. But really the headline for a lot of folks, frankly, was the IndyCar Series, and that was Saturday afternoon. And as you'll see with this interview with Josef Newgarden coming up next segment, him with a number of drivers that have raced at Phoenix Raceway, which, by the way, he won in 2018, they were concerned about really where this track was going to go. They just wanted a good race, just a good race at Phoenix because of how important it is. Well, this market, for one, and two, to show up in front of these new fans, Crasher, I don't care if they're O'Reilly fans, O'Reilly Auto Parts Series fans, or Cup fans, just to show up and show out, frankly, what IndyCar can do on an oval in front of fans who've never seen IndyCar.
And they did show out. They showed out very impressively. I think what we saw, speaking of passing and some tire degradation, I mean, what would happen in the IndyCar race as you got close to 60 laps on green, which I don't know if we had a full 60 or 70 lap stint, but the tires would really wear away that you would start losing 1 to 2 seconds per lap. Yeah. And that's where you got these bunch ups and some really good passing there as well. It was an amazing product. And I believe it was Josef Newgarden, David Malukas, Kyle Kirkwood. That was your podium. But I believe all three of them agreed that what made that so great was the tires wearing away, yes, but not as much marbling as they had anticipated. So it allowed people to really test that upper line around the track. And all drivers were getting brave enough to go, fine, I'll go up there. You didn't need to wait for a caution for them to clean the track and then go up there and right after it was freshly cleaned. Drivers were bouncing around. They were okay with that. And therefore, these double lanes, triple lanes were wearing in, and it made for spectacular racing. Whoever was there Saturday in person, whoever watched on Fox on Saturday on TV, you saw yourself a hell of a show. And yes, the rumors are true.
Careful.
I'm just going to put my college or my daughter's college career on the fact that, yep, we're going to have a doubleheader again in Phoenix in 2027.
Marshall Pruitt hinted at that very strongly on his Twitter account on Saturday night as well. So I think it's going to happen. We have people in our chat on YouTube, watching us live on YouTube. Lynn, shout out Lynn. Hope you enjoyed the race as much as we all did. Thinks that it's going to be a one and done. Nope. And it's not.
Nope.
Only thing, Crash, that might change that is if we get the TV ratings back and they come in lower than expectations.
Yes, I'm going to find that shocking because the lead-in was Cup qualifying. Granted, I don't know if Cup qualifying pulls 1 million viewers, but there should be a carryover there that adds to the full-time IndyCar fan base, which we know is around 700,000. We'll see. But what else happened was you had an audience on site that was really solid. I mean, the infield was packed with IndyCar merchandise, people wearing a bunch of Indy 500 stuff or just Indy anything. And then you had the stands that were basically the exact same for the O'Reilly race and the IndyCar race. Saturday was, we already know, they more than doubled their ticket sales. So there's money on that aspect of things. Hopefully the TV ratings will match, but at least there's money on site that made it an automatic success.
Fox Sports president was here this weekend because they introduced him before the Cup Series race as a dignitary.
Eric Shanks?
Yes. Eric Shanks was in attendance this weekend.
Shout out to Shanks.
Mm-hmm.
Cole Cusimano, our residential NASCAR snorkeler, your take on the IndyCar race was fun to watch on our text thread, my man.
I was honestly floored. And I will say this right now. When they were here in 2018, 2017, there were maybe like 120 people in the stands. There were by far and away, I think, more IndyCar fans in the infield and the grandstands than NASCAR fans on Saturday. And that says a lot, being that NASCAR's been here for so long. But the race itself, I was astonished. It was unbelievable. I'm still trying to wind down from that. It was such a great race. And I was thinking to myself, there's no way that the O'Reilly Series race and the Cup Series race live up to that. But you really after a better on-track product between 3 races and 3 series over the course of 2 days, there is no way, like you said, unless the ratings are good on TV, there is no way they'll do this again.
Yes.
Massive success.
Cole Cusimano checking in from the basement there at Phoenix Raceway. But
It's
Cole,
the driver's
it's okay.
room.
But Cole, getting back to what you were saying about you were thrilled about this race, curious if it was the way they were calling the race or if it was the actual visuals. Because again, I with it Buxton, Hinch, and Townsend Bell. I always like how they call the race. And again, they can make a freaking turtle sleeping sound exciting.
And they had an addition in the booth, which I thought was really powerful as well. Joey Logano was in there with them the whole race.
So, Cole, do you think it was it just a cumulative effect, or was it the actual racing that you enjoyed? Because when you watch these cars race that close together, that fast, with no stages, baby, bumping wheels, and just this side of a catastrophe, it can provide some pretty anxious moments when you watch a race like that.
It was a combo of both, for sure. I think on the commentating side, it was cool hearing like Logano's perspective, and even on the NASCAR side, they had Newgarden in the booth and some other IndyCar guys. So hearing like the differing perspectives and how they took it all in was pretty interesting. Obviously, the OGs on both sides, the NASCAR and IndyCar side, they always do an exceptional job, especially IndyCar. But the racing for IndyCar was just unbelievable. Like, they were making passes the entire day. You had a lot of Chris Rasmussen had survived his life. Will Power, man. Will Power crashed in qualifying, came from the back of the field, was leading, and then he took out Rasmussen in the end. So there was just so much going on. The story of, like, Penske and their 60th anniversary, it was just a combination of everything. But the racing itself is what really sold me, because being here for it's like a different level. And it was the same thing when I went to Gateway last year, Worldwide Technology Raceway. Just the vibes were off the charts, great racing, and I think the ovals in IndyCar are just awesome for TV.
And Cole, I know your heart was broken within the first 10 laps as your boy, your paisano, Alex Palou, crashed. I think, though, what that's going to do as far as TV ratings is people know this guy's dominated the series since June of 2024, but all of a sudden he's out. So that might actually keep more people to be like, now what? Who's going to take over the crown? So, yeah, there's so many things, like you said, that could be discussed, and how we're calling this a big success.
And again, Freak Nation, what we're talking about, of course, is the double that happened over the weekend. Saturday afternoon, you had the IndyCar Series and the O'Reilly Series following that, running under the lights Saturday night there at Phoenix, and then the Cup race on Sunday. As we're there watching qualifying on Friday for the IndyCar Series, there were a number of Cup drivers that were there. Carson Hocevar, Austin Cindric, Joey Logano, a few other drivers there watching this happen, and we're frankly watching IndyCar for the first time on a track. And there's a great shot of Kosovar, as we like to call him, Carson Hocevar, where it just scared the hell out of him when they popped up one of these IndyCars. When they cranked one up, it's like, bam! I get it. But exposing not just the fans, but the drivers, the Cup drivers and O'Reilly drivers to this series, Richie, does wonders for IndyCar.
Yeah, I thought it was awesome all weekend, the crossover between the two. Carson Hocevar was asked directly, like, hey, would you ever want to go and run open wheel? And he left the door open. Connor Zilic, we know very, very well that's like the one thing left on his bucket list to do. Yep. And Trackhouse wants to make it happen. So 2027, maybe, who knows? And then even on Sunday, Josef Newgarden, David Malukas, Scott Dixon, Scott McLaughlin, we're all still intense at the Cup race as well.
Right.
And to see that kind of collaboration is awesome. We're going to have, I don't know if we're going to air anything from the Penske event that we went to on this week as well.
Yes, we will. We've got Joey Logano from there.
Yeah.
Second
and
hour.
That, seeing all those drivers and all those championships and all those race wins in one room was awesome. Like, you're just not going to get that anywhere else except for right here this past weekend in Phoenix. Awesome.
Well, and one other thing that you're not going to get, we're going to break here in about 40 seconds, is with Fox being the home for both of these series, you're able to integrate these drivers into the broadcast and have this crossover. That's just so freaking important.
And then get Mr. Clint Boyer in the two-seater. Yeah. And he looked at Kenny and I on the grid before he took off in that two-seater, and he goes, I'm like, you got this. You got this.
All right, Freak Nation, coming up next, Josef Newgarden, that guy that grabs the hamburger meat and the heart above the barbecue and slams it on the grill. That guy wins his second. Is this his second win at Phoenix?
It's second in a row.
Yeah.
He's still the most recent winner.
Yeah. Josef Newgarden joins us next. SpeedFreaks Pits, Lucas Oil Studios.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Freak Nation, head to your local General Tire dealership now to check out the latest additions to their product lineup. The Grabber family of tires are engineered for durability and feature innovative performance features that offer all-terrain capability, blending exceptional off-road durability and impressive on-road performance, all while sporting aggressive style. For outstanding off-road performance coupled with strong street manners, look no further than General Tire. General Tire delivers for whatever you do, and the official tire of Speed Freaks since 2001.
At Lucas Oil, we take pride in creating problem-solving products to make your car care easier. We protect your vehicle and make it run longer so you can focus on the things that matter most. Whether it's commuting to work, visiting a loved one, taking the kids where they need to go, going to the big game, or anywhere life takes you, Lucas Oil is committed to getting you there for all of life's important moments. Lucas Oil, it works.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
Life insurance is one of those things that just about everybody needs, but few people actually have. Hey, if you die unexpectedly without life insurance, guess what? You'll leave your family with even a bigger mess. Life insurance will help replace your family's income. It'll help cover burial expenses. Life insurance can even help pay off debt like credit cards and medical bills. Life insurance can even pay for college. And if you own a business and you die, life insurance can help your business from collapsing. It can even help cover estate taxes. Life insurance has never been more affordable and needed. Plus, you can always shop around even if you have a plan and save some money. So call the Life Insurance Quote Line right now for free pricing information.
800-917-8730. 800-917-8730. 800-917-8730. That's 800-917-8730.
Some people, they follow the rules. Here at the Freak Nation, we don't. Go to our YouTube channel at Official Speed Freaks and hit the store link, and you'll be able to own a part of the Freak Nation, from adult to kids tees, freaking hoodies, beanies to styling lids, kicks, and coffee mugs. All carrying Speed Freaks attitude that's been rattling cages for 25 years. This ain't fashion. It's a big old fat middle finger to boring. Hello. If you want to blend in, keep walking. Hit up Speed Freaks YouTube page and bang the store link so you too can own a part of the Freak Nation.
For the 2026 season of Speed at Worldwide Technology Raceway are on sale now. The Bommarito Automotive Group 500 in celebration of 66 Festival, June 6th and 7th. The NASCAR Cup Series Enjoy Illinois 300, O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, and Confluence Music Festival, September 11th through 13th. And the NHRA Napa Auto Parts Midwest Nationals, October 2nd through 4th. Save big by going to WWTRaceway.com.
In life, you get out what you put in. Time, effort, dedication. On the track, in the garage, in your vehicle. When you choose Lucas Oil, your vehicle delivers. Mile after mile. Generation after generation. Lessons learned, passion earned. Lucas Oil, it works.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
So a perfect in your face while you're sitting up at the dais as a champion IndyCar driver. It's Josef Newgarden sitting up there talking about, what did you say? Something like, we didn't have the best car today or something silly like that. Come on, man. You were picking off people right and left there towards the tail end. Like, you had this thing figured out, right?
At the end, I felt like I had the best car, without a doubt. I mean, we sort of, we were experimenting in the middle. We've only had so much track time with this temperature. I mean, we tested a lot here, but it was 50 degrees. So no one really knew how their cars were working until we got into the race. And we sort of detuned the thing the wrong direction midway, and then we got it back. And then when the car needed to be perfect, it felt pretty perfect at the end of the race, right when it was going to matter. And it came down to a tire call and trying to get that right and then executing on it. But it was a tough race. There was a lot of really good cars in this. There was guys all over the place that I thought were really good, and was not a given by any means. I mean, I've been in some oval races where my car just felt lights out, and we felt better than everybody. I thought there was a lot of really good competitors today.
When you say you're testing things during the race, that just adds another element to you actually keeping the car on the track. What are some things that you're doing to explain to the layman that you're testing in that car?
Well, there's only so much you can do, unfortunately, right? Like if, in a normal test session, you can kind of change anything on the car. Come in and you change springs, ride heights, the whole deal. Some people call it wedge or cross weight, depending on what series you're in. All sorts of stuff. And, in this, you got to kind of take your best guess going into the race. We made changes from the last practice session yesterday, and we tried to give ourselves some room to experiment with where the car would go ride height-wise. You can control a little bit of the ride height with the weight jacker on our car, so that changes the cross weight, so the static cross weight of left to right front, cross profile of where the weight is distributed in the car, and it also changes a little bit of that rear ride height. And then we've got wing adjustments that we can do, so you're changing the center of pressure, just how much front wing do you have or not, and then tuning the roll bars to that. So those are kind of the parameters you have to work with in the race, and you're sort of working in that matrix and going, okay, does it work this way or that way? And, the only time you can get the wing is during a pit stop. So if you go the wrong way on the wing, it kind of sucks because you have to wait till another pit stop and say, oh, okay, that didn't work. Please go back, and maybe even go the other way back, and in the opposite direction. So these are the type of things you try and work on. I mean, I think if you want to be good in this series, you got to be able to do that. Like I said, if we didn't get it right at the end there, it was going to be hard to win that race. But when we needed it, we had it right where it needed to be.
This isn't a humble brag, but I've got the girls up in the suite, and we're looking down the back stretch, and there was the move that you had for the lead. And I heard something that I haven't heard in an IndyCar race here before, the crowd.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it's regardless, it was just the move you made. I heard the crowd below us like, damn. I'm not saying it's back, but it's what we were looking for with this race, right?
Well, I was so happy that we had a good IndyCar race. It's like it would have been a tough day to not have a good show, because look, we can't have a great show every weekend. I mean, that's not in the. It's very hard to do that in racing, right? Like, and it doesn't matter what championship. Sometimes the stock car guys, they just don't have a good show. Turn on Formula One. Sometimes they don't have a good show. Sometimes they do. I think more often than not, though, we do have a great race for people to watch in IndyCar. I mean, we love our product. I think you've asked most people in our championship, that's what they love about IndyCar racing is the product's really good. It's rooted in kind of there's nothing else to it other than it's just old school, flat out racing. That's just what it is. It just feels organic and real. There's no trickery to it, and nowadays our short oval racing has just become really good, because we've kind of gotten multiple lanes working. 15 years ago when I was racing short ovals in IndyCar, we didn't do that. And I think even prior to that, historically you didn't see IndyCars able to move around a lot on the racetrack. Whereas now you come to a place like Phoenix and we can use the first, second, kind of the third lane, and it just changes the dynamic of this thing. Now you have a really good race where people can make things happen, and you have people move up through the field, or you have people drop back when they wear the tires out.
But that wasn't here 8 years ago, Joseph.
No,
it wasn't. And you won that race. It wasn't here. So we're all going, come on, let's give us something.
Yeah, it's a very different race. And when the race started today, I thought it was going to be more like 2018. I thought it was going to be a little processional. It turns into a fuel save race then. You kind of follow the leader, who can save the most fuel, who goes the longest, pit stop cycles, that's where you pass people. It's sort of the boring way you execute a good race. And it's not fun to watch. But very quickly, the track just kind of took our Firestone rubber. It just became better. And there was multiple lanes, and people were using them. And the more people use it, the more it improves the racing.
Was it the heat? versus nighttime, you think, or just the different layout of the track?
No, it really has nothing to do with that. I mean, there's a couple variables with the car. The tire is different. It seems to produce a little less dust and marbling than it used to in the past. I think the downforce level ended up working out. I think we actually could have used a little bit more downforce now having run the race for this track specifically. That's a non-exact science. Sometimes less downforce works, sometimes more does. The biggest thing, though, is there's people that are willing to run the second lane. And when you do that, it keeps it clean. And, the more people run up there, the more people are encouraged to use it. And then it turns into a good show. As soon as people stop using it, it starts to get debris on it, and then it'll close off. And then as soon as it closes off, no one goes up there. And then you have to wait until a caution and they clean it back up to have another opportunity. But I think just nowadays you have enough drivers that know how to run multiple lanes, and it's what's making the racing so good.
I know you want to jump in here, but for the layperson who doesn't understand that second lane and running up top, really the difficulty that provides, if you could share with people why that second lane is so important and how difficult it is to run that second line.
Yeah, I think people are confused by, well, why wouldn't you just, they see Cup guys do it all the time. The Cup cars are running so much slower. This is not a knock on it. It's a very different car, right? It's a heavier car. Their corner speeds are lower. Their tires are built differently. They're more mechanical, right? So it's kind of easier for the Cup guys to move around on the racetrack and try and find grip. This is why they race around here like this. You'll see guys go to the top. They'll work the middle. They'll go to the very bottom. They're trying to find the grip. And those cars are built to kind of operate that way. And IndyCar is so on the edge. It's very loaded up, very light, tons of downforce. So when you drive the thing on a line, you got to be a little more pinpoint accurate with it, and you're less likely to move around. Whereas nowadays we've kind of opened up the way the cars drive now. We're more open to exploring the racetrack. And today you could really move all over the place. It was actually very fun to drive.
With that pass for the lead, I just had the vision of you grabbing that red meat over the barbecue and juicing it all over the coals.
They got to watch out. I mean, I'm a psychopath, okay? You don't want to mess with me. That's all I'll say.
He said it. It's from his lips to your ears. He's a psychopath. I love how he's embracing this. I love that because what's happened over the last couple of years with IndyCar, there's been some drama with Josef Newgarden. He is taking that now. He is embracing potentially a villain role. And did you see that interview? His confidence and his happiness. It's back. Josef Newgarden, a good guy, but playing a villain, is back. That is good for IndyCar, Richie.
He is. I hope he has a great season this year because I think IndyCar is better when Josef Newgarden is better. Number one, because it would make for a great competition to have Alex Palou and Josef Newgarden battling it out for the rest of the season.
And then Pato in the background going, "What about me?"
Yeah. Now, will Joseph's success at Phoenix translate to next week to Arlington? I doubt it. I don't know if that's the case because Josef is an oval master. But when you have a guy like that who is just like you listen to Josef last year, that's a completely different Josef Newgarden from last year.
Yep.
And that scares me if I'm anybody else on the grid. I got to be honest.
Yeah. He made mention in a couple of media sessions over this past week that he has had some good time to just collect himself, be back with family, enjoy being with family and just being himself again, not having to stress about work. And you can tell it's paying off. It's just, he's comfortable. Look out, grid.
And we were talking about earlier in the show, we were talking about how all the Penske drivers were at the NASCAR race today, and Josef was rolling around in a t-shirt and shorts, and it's a Ryan Blaney t-shirt.
Oh yeah.
And he was holding his little iced coffee, talking to Steve O'Donnell, having the greatest time in the world. And I don't know if Josef Newgarden is doing the same thing last year. Right?
Oh yeah, no, he would not have been.
Yeah,
he was not at this comfort level last year because of all the drama going on. Whether it was, May is when the attenuator situation was brought to light, but the year before that was push to pass scandals. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, he's done with that. He's happy. Team Penske with the double this weekend. Kind of nice for their 60th year. Kind of nice.
Josef Newgarden is the points leader in IndyCar now.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Kyle Kirkwood second. Your guy, Alex Palou, who was leading the points all the way from June 2024 until this past week, he's now fifth in points. Let's see how he rebounds come Arlington this week. I think it's going to be a big one for the Andretti guys. I think Will Power's got a little bit of his mojo back. I think Arlington's going to really feature Kirkwood, Power, Erickson, and then Pelot's going to try to find his mojo back with his teammate, Scott Dixon.
Freak Nation, I will say this. One of the highlights for me this weekend was, of course, just watching all of these guys together, giving each other a little bit of grief and finding out really how IndyCar drivers and NASCAR Cup Series drivers, there's some bonds that have been brewing for a few years now, including Bubba Wallace and Scotty Mack, Scott McLaughlin. And we're going to feature that budding friendship. It's not budding. They've been buddies for 3 or 4 years now. But they went after each other, and we've got that on video. That's coming up next. SpeedFreaks Pits, Lucas Oil Studios.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Some people, they follow the rules. Here at the Freak Nation, we don't. Go to our YouTube channel at Official Speed Freaks and hit the store link, and you'll be able to own a part of the Freak Nation, from adult to kids tees, freaking hoodies, beanies to styling lids, kicks, and coffee mugs. All carrying Speed Freaks attitude that's been rattling cages for 25 years. This ain't fashion. It's a big old fat middle finger to boring. Hello. You want to blend in? Keep walking. Hit up Speed Freaks YouTube page and bang the store link so you too can own a part of the Freak Nation.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
Tickets are on sale now for the 5th Enjoy Illinois 300 at Worldwide Technology Raceway. September 11th through 13th brings a full weekend of action with the NASCAR Cup Series, NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, and St. Louis's biggest music festival, Confluence. The stars shine on and off the track, and your ticket gets you everything: cars, concerts, camping, food, and fun. Don't miss it. Get your tickets now and save big at WWTRaceway.com.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Turn your book idea into publishing gold.
800-215-6818. 800-215-6818. That's 800-215-6818.
One of the main reasons for poor vehicle performance is a dirty fuel system. It can cause decreased fuel economy and actually do harm to your engine over time. By adding Lucas Fuel Treatment to your vehicle, it cleans and lubricates the entire fuel system, pump, carburetors, fuel injectors, and valves as you drive. It also improves your vehicle's performance. It's a non-solvent product designed to protect both gasoline and diesel engines. Lucas Fuel Treatment. It works.
Freak Nation, head to your local General Tire dealership now to check out the latest additions to their product lineup. The Grabber family of tires are engineered for durability and feature innovative performance features that offer all-terrain capability, blending exceptional off-road durability and impressive on-road performance, all while sporting aggressive styling. For outstanding off-road performance coupled with strong street manners, look no further than General Tire. General Tire delivers for whatever you do, and the official tire of Speed Freaks since 2001.
Are you worried about your taxes? Okay, so I'm talking to those of you out there that have not filed in a few years with the IRS or state. It's time to get worried, and here's why. The IRS is getting back from their own COVID lockdown, and they're hiring more enforcers, and they're going to come after people that owe taxes. So if you're a 1099 worker, and maybe you just plain forgot to file your taxes, you need to call the professionals right now at the Tax Helpline. They are experts at knowing the tax regulations, and their goal is to help you pay as little as possible. Call right now and get a 100% free tax evaluation. Remember, before the IRS knocks on your door, knock on our door. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, make this free call right now.
Call Texas 321 now at 800-808-9443. 800-808-9443. That's 800-808-9443.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Freak Nation, this segment brought to you by good friends at General Tire. Do yourself a favor, Freak Nation. Check out GeneralTire.com, and you'll find out how you can get up to $80 back with a snappy little rebate. $80 back when you buy 4 qualifying tires from our friends at General Tire. Excuse me. Go to GeneralTire.com. Coming up in the second hour, we leave at FS2, but we still stay on the Freak Radio Network. We still stay on YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram. But the second hour, Freak Nation, stay with us on FS2. Go to one of those outlets, whether it's YouTube, Facebook Live, or Instagram, and you'll be able to see us with Joey Logano, talk about a number of things as Roger Penske celebrates 60 freaking years. And also Chad Green, NHRA Funny Car winner from Gainesville. He'll be joining us. And Graham Rahal, who's the owner of a Superbike team or a Moto America team. And his team made history this weekend with a female rider. We'll explain that coming up in the second hour, Freak Nation. But I mentioned about the camaraderie between a lot of these IndyCar drivers and the NASCAR Cup Series drivers. One in particular, it's been fun to watch it evolve. And Scott McLaughlin, Kiwi or Australian, Crasher?
Oh, he won in Australian Supercars, but that's why you get confused.
Yep.
He's a Kiwi.
Right. A Kiwi hooking up with Bubba Wallace and other NASCAR drivers to run some Legends cars. I don't think they ran Bandoleros, but run some Legends cars, and really a friendship that's just badass to watch. And really, they got after each other on a number of items, but one in particular, if you remember, Scott McLaughlin, beginning of the Indy 500 on the warm-up laps, right?
Yes, I believe it was.
Yeah.
A pace lap.
Yep, the pace lap. Just tanked it into the wall. And as Bubba Wallace says here, he gave him a little bit of space, but not too much. Bubba Wallace and Scott McLaughlin now, SpeedFreaks Pits, Lucas Oil Studios.
The worst feeling I can possibly imagine as a racing driver.
Favorite IndyCar driver of all time, Scott McLaughlin.
What can you do? You either laugh or you cry. I mean, it was definitely, I wouldn't wish it upon my worst enemy.
Best to ever have the hell of a start at the 2025 Indy 500.
Oh, no.
You know, I think what's worse is actually being friends with Bubba, to be honest. So, you know, I think that was probably the worst decision I've made.
Obviously, there's a line that you don't cross, and I gave it about 2 hours, and then I started pushing his button.
No, he's a great guy. I love that guy. He's a great dad, but we give each other a lot of crap. I think he keeps me honest, and I keep him honest at times as well, especially like Reddick's dominating right now, and I'm the first person to text him about it.
Yes!
Isn't that awesome?
So Bubba Wallace gave him 2 hours after he went out before even beginning the 25 Indy 500. And now, of course, with Reddick's domination, up until this weekend at Phoenix, with Reddick's domination, he's giving Bubba a lot of crap for that. So good. I like this. This is fun. Let's continue to follow this.
And that's where I wanted to go with this, Crasher. Again, next hour, Joey Logano will be joining us here in the Freak Nation. Chad Green, Funny Car winner from Gainesville. Also, Graham Rahal. Be sure you subscribe to us, our YouTube page on, of course, well, that official Speed Freaks, is just the way we try and pit these drivers against each other. Like IndyCar drivers don't like NASCAR drivers. They think they're too slow and they're too elite. But really, that's not the way it is, Richie, Crasher.
It's not at all.
They have friendships that have been brewing for quite a while.
Without question. But I know where that perception comes from, because that's the way it used to be in the 90s. And there were still driver friendships between NASCAR and IndyCar and sports cars and two-wheel. Those still existed, but overall, there was an elitism in open wheel. And NASCAR drivers were a little taken off by that, or taken off by whatever. Now that doesn't exist. Now there are friendships all across the board, and that's good for us as fans, because the entire industry gets better because of each other being together.
Can I use a cliche?
Sure.
You guys familiar with the term "a rising tide lifts all boats"?
All boats, man. Yes.
That's what this entire weekend has been about, and that's the cool thing about getting that from Scott McLaughlin. Like, first of all, what are the chances that you would get a dude who raced Australian supercars until a few years ago coming over into open wheel, and then he becomes best friends with a black man from Alabama who drives stock cars? Right?
It's awesome.
It's that's such the cool thing about motorsports being such a worldwide entity is you get things like this Scott McLaughlin and Bubba Wallace friendship. And you mentioned Bubba's success today. He beat Tyler Reddick, had a nice top 10 run today. Bubba Wallace is third in the point standings right now, 70 plus points back of his teammate Tyler Reddick. Bubba Wallace is having a great season this year.
Yeah, but I like how McLaughlin has been giving him a little bit of a dig because he did not win those first 3 races.
Went 0 for 3. Went 0 for
His
3.
teammate Tyler Reddick did.
Mm-hmm. Went 0 for 3.
So, yeah, it's just good stuff all around.
Mm-hmm.
How can you not love it?
Again, Cole Cusimano checking in from the basement at Phoenix Raceway. Cole Cusimano, you being, again, the residential NASCAR snorkeler, it's got to be fun for a dude that's not that familiar with IndyCar to watch these guys pal around and actually give each other some grief.
Yeah, I have to say, one thing that I've been very vocal on is that I believe that the IndyCar drivers need to be marketed more, namely guys like Dick Malukas. Every single interview that we've done with him, and we've seen on TV or at the dais here at the racetrack, he is such a fun driver to watch and root for, and he's going to be able to sport for a long time. But all these guys, Scott McLaughlin, Will Power, Josef Newgarden, I don't think there's one bad personality in the garage, maybe besides,
Oh! Oh, goodness. No, I don't actually. Tell me.
No, Crasher, we can't interact with like this because the guy's down in the basement.
I'll just say dump truck or garbage truck.
And it takes about freaking 6 days for our audio to get to him. No, I know exactly what you're saying, Cole Cusimano. The sun shines the brightest on those that allow it to come in and be a part of really what the examples that they're trying to set. And there are certain drivers that set not such great examples for other drivers, but everyone that we've talked about so far, and we frankly have had on here. I mean, Josef Newgarden, granted, the guy won the race, Crasher, but he had a much better attitude than what we've seen.
We were just talking about that.
Right?
Yeah, he's back this year, and every driver should be scared.
Yeah.
I will never forget. First Indy 500, Crash took me right down to the entry into turn 1. And we're getting ready to go. It's the warm-up lap, right? They're still drying the track a little bit after a little bit of rain.
Oh, that's right.
And then both of us hear a noise in the crowd, and we look up and we go, why is there a yellow car in the grass right now? What just happened? Scotty Mac out before even taking the green flag. People in the chat are saying how much they love Scott McLaughlin. How cool of a story would that be? And I would not. I would go so far. I would maybe even bet Scott McLaughlin to win the Indy 500
Without
year.
question.
Yes.
Without question. He's a massively talented driver. He has nothing but revenge on his mind, and he could do it. And he's with a team that could for sure do it. They only have 20 Indy 500s out of the 110 years that it's been running. 20 out of 60 years.
Again, we sound like they're paying us to talk about this double.
No, this is how great this weekend was.
Yeah, and because we can be pretty freaking critical, Freak Nation. We actually can, but this turned out so well. And
because Kenny, you were up in the old General Tire suite, so you were kind of more inside the crowd than Cole, Crash, and I, and you came back to us and you were saying, tell the story of. We're gonna go to break soon. But what happened when Josef Newgarden took the lead? What you heard from the stands?
Yeah, you're in the suites, and these suites that we're in at Phoenix Raceway, they're not open. So you just hear the whine of the cars, a slight whine of the cars, and you can't really hear the crowd. And again, a damn good crowd for this IndyCar race at Phoenix. But once Josef was working his way up and finally passed Kyle Kirkwood, you heard the crowd. And I just don't hear the crowd a lot at Phoenix Raceway. Granted, I'm not up at the suite as much as I was this weekend with General Tire, of course, being the partners with the ARCA Series. But that was one of those, what just happened? That you could hear the crowd get so damn excited, good, bad, and different, that Josef Newgarden passed Kyle Kirkwood for the freaking lead. It was just fun to be a part of, man. And I could find things to pick at with it. I could.
Oh, without question. But they're few and far between.
Yeah. Just if you were there for 2018, you were just going, oh, they are not coming. Oh, and they didn't come back. They didn't until now. and get past Pato Award saying, I'm tired of being second fiddle or being the opener. What was the exact phrase he used?
It was you pretty much nailed it.
And which is fine. That's fine. I'd be pissed off too. Or I don't like playing second fiddle, but
I think they proved this weekend that they can play first fiddle, if that's what we're going to call it. They can be the top biller when we come back here in 2027.
All right, Freak Nation, be sure you stick with us on Official Speed Freaks on YouTube. Joey Logano, Chad Green, your funny car winner, and Graham Rahal, a woman, made history on International Women's Day in Supermoto or Moto America. That's next. Speed Freaks Pits, Lucas Oil Studios.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
At Lucas Oil, we take pride in creating problem-solving products to make your car care easier. We protect your vehicle and make it run longer so you can focus on the things that matter most. Whether it's commuting to work, visiting a loved one, taking the kids where they need to go, going to the big game, or anywhere life takes you, Lucas Oil is committed to getting you there for all of life's important moments. Lucas Oil, it works.
Freak Nation, head to your local General Tire dealership now to check out the latest additions to their product lineup. The Grabber family of tires are engineered for durability and feature innovative performance features that offer all-terrain capability, blending exceptional off-road durability and impressive on-road performance, all while sporting aggressive style. For outstanding off-road performance coupled with strong street manners, look no further than General Tire. General Tire delivers for whatever you do, and the official tire of Speed Freaks since 2001.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
The smartest way to spend your money is not to. Straight Talk offers free 5G phones for new and existing customers on Verizon's 5G network. So the refund money I don't spend on that free phone is the refund money I get to keep for my family. Smart.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Turn your book idea into publishing gold.
800-215-6818. 800-215-6818. That's 800-215-6818.
Tickets are on sale now for the 5th Enjoy Illinois 300 at Worldwide Technology Raceway. September 11th through 13th brings a full weekend of action with the NASCAR Cup Series, NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, and St. Louis's biggest music festival, Confluence. The stars shine on and off the track, and your ticket gets you everything: cars, concerts, camping, food, and fun. Don't miss it. Get your tickets now and save big at www.traceway.com.
Some people, they follow the rules. Here at the Freak Nation, we don't. Go to our YouTube channel at Official Speed Freaks and hit the store link, and you'll be able to own a part of the Freak Nation, from adult to kids tees, freaking hoodies, beanies to styling lids, kicks, and coffee mugs. All carrying Speed Freaks attitude that's been rattling cages for 25 years. This ain't fashion. It's a big old fat middle finger to boring. Hello. If you want to blend in, keep walking. Hit up Speed Freaks YouTube page and bang the store link so you too can own a part of the Freak Nation.
One of the main reasons for poor vehicle performance is a dirty fuel system. It can cause decreased fuel economy and actually do harm to your engine over time. By adding Lucas fuel treatment to your vehicle, it cleans and lubricates the entire fuel system, pump, carburetors, fuel injectors, and valves as you drive. It also improves your vehicle's performance. It's a non-solvent product designed to protect both gasoline and diesel engines. Lucas fuel treatment. It works.
Freak Nation, get this. General Tire has launched a comprehensive Shield Plus Advantage plan for passenger and light truck tires. What that means for you is when you purchase General Tires, the Shield Plus Advantage plan lets you enjoy a complete package of multiple warranties and coverage to get the most from your tires. The plan applies to all General Tire passenger and light truck tires purchased as replacements in the U.S. and Canada with DOT serial numbers. For more information, hit them up on GeneralTire.com. General Tire, the official tire of Speed Freaks for 2 decades.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Ladies and gentlemen,
nose and riding on a dope set of General Tires. It's Speed Freaks, Kenny Sargent, Crash Gladys, Richie, Cole, and Cody. Big Johnson. This isn't a show, it's a takeover, no rules, no limits, just speed, smoke, and straight talk. Strap in, Freak Nation! This is Speed Freaks!
We already won. We already won. You saw that black rock. Where's the smoke at? Yeah.
Second hour of the Freaks, Crash Gladys, Richard C. Suave, yours truly, Kenny Sargent. Cole Cusimano checking in from the basement of Phoenix Raceway, Freak Nation. It's a big second hour. Be sure you follow us on all of our social media handles. And those that came over from FS2 joining us on Official Speed Freaks, thank you guys for hanging out. It was my understanding that the World Baseball Classic took up a lot of our time tonight on FS2. It's all right. I understand that. They told us, look, listen, Fox has so much freaking programming going on. We can sit here and bitch and moan about it. It's fantastic to be able to occupy time on FS2, whether it's 15 minutes or 60 minutes. It's great to be a part of Fox. They have so much programming going on. There'll be time to time when we're going to get bumped. And it looks like we were bumped for World Baseball Classic. There you go. But you got the full 2 hours on YouTube and, of course, Facebook, Instagram, the Freak Radio Network. Thank you guys for being a part of this, man. Coming up, Joey Logano will be joining us here in the Freak Nation. Also, Chad Green. Who? Exactly. Chad Green ran through a number of funny car drivers today to win Gainesville. Crasher, his second Gator Nationals in a row.
Second Gator Nationals, third overall win. He's been racing for, 5, 6, 7 years?
Mm-hmm.
6, 7. But yes, second year in a row, 2 consecutive years to open the season at the Gator Nationals. That's saying something. He admits that he had a bit of a hiccup in the summer last year, but he found his stride again in the playoffs, the countdown. Oh, God, what are we calling all this stuff now? So look for him. He found momentum in the countdown. He's translated that into a season-opening win. So, yeah, who knows? Don't count him out. Of course not.
Again, Joey Logano joining us here in the Freak Nation. Roger Penske celebrating 60 years of racing, and we had a chance to catch up with Joey Logano in the Penske hospitality area above turn 1 at Phoenix Raceway. Again, I'm still confused with those freaking turns.
The old 3, the new 1.
Right.
Yeah.
So we caught up with Joey there. You'll see that interview. Also, Graham Rahal, yes, IndyCar Series driver and Moto America team owner, and his
Ducati.
Right, run those Ducatis, those Ducks. Mm-hmm. His female driver, Kayla Yakov, did something this weekend, Saturday afternoon, in the Daytona 200 that's never been done. And he's got something to say about that coming up this hour. Cole Cusimano, again, checking in from Phoenix Raceway. Cole, looking at what happened this afternoon with the Cup Series, you were the guy on our snappy little text feed that was really jacked up with this race. Granted, you're there. You're in the middle of it. There's something about the energy that comes from being in the media center when you're in the middle of a Cup race. But still, would you have tried to cut this race another 100 laps shorter, 40, maybe 50 laps shorter, just to keep the intensity up a bit more?
For me, I always want as much NASCAR as possible, so of course I'm going to say no. But, of course, it was 312 miles, 500 kilometers, and it still went almost 4 hours because of all the tire failures and all the cautions. We also had a record-tying amount of cautions today with 12. So, knowing what I know now, and that it was almost a 4-hour race for 312 miles, maybe like 250, like Richie and Crash were saying, would be all right, but as much NASCAR as possible, I'm good with.
I heard that. He said maybe 250 laps. We'll take it. Push IndyCar next year to the 312 lap length and push Cup down to 250 laps. Yes! That's what I'm talking about, Richie. We converted him.
I'm just shocked at that little number there, that there was the highest number of cautions at Phoenix all time. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That'll do it to you. There's your problem right there. So like it was their greatest strength in this race was Goodyear producing a tire that falls off quite a bit that allow guys to come and go over the course of a longer run. And that is exactly what cost them all this time in terms of the race lasting 3.5 hours as well. So it's your greatest strength and your greatest weakness at the same time.
Yeah, it was still entertaining. Kind of like the IndyCar race. Yeah, well, no, we had some drama at the beginning of the Cup race. There was great action going on in both races. There could have been some boring moments, but there wasn't. And overall, the weekend, we as fans are winners. And the entire
Sorry about that.
weekend was just loaded. I know I'm getting hammered by some people on social media. This is not a Super Bowl for motorsports weekend, Crash. Well, clearly you're not paying attention that the NHRA started their season at the Gator Nationals. There was a triple crown of Supercross at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indy. There was World of Outlaws got rained out, so that's unfortunate. There was the quadruple header in the desert between stock cars and Indy cars. There's so much. Oh, and Formula One kicked off too. And don't tell me you weren't watching Melbourne in the middle of the night last night, because that was actually a pretty stunning beginning of that race too. Speaking of Scott McLaughlin going out on a pace lap in the 2025 Indy 500, Oscar Piastri, not even the formation lap. Yeah. What happened? What was that about?
He legit was leaving pit lane to get to the grid, and he crashed, and we still don't know why. Oscar doesn't know what really happened. He was really like, I don't really know what happened there. I'll have to go back and look at it, et cetera, et cetera. Zach Brown, Kenny pointed this out in our group chat, actually. Zach Brown went on TV like 15 minutes after the fact and was like, didn't even talk to Oscar, not really sure what's going on with that, and then they moved on.
So, that was odd.
Yeah.
Very odd. He said, we still don't have feedback from Oscar. Wait, what? This is 20 minutes later. You still haven't heard from your driver?
And yet they don't play favorites. But that's a whole other story. I'm gonna go back to Cole for a second, because Cole's falling asleep.
We're not going back to Cole.
We're not going back to Cole?
No, we're not going back to Cole.
We're not going back to Cole.
No, we're not going to go back to Cole.
Oh man,
his audio just kind of stinks coming from the basement at Phoenix Raceway.
Okay. Well, I will ask you guys the question I was going to ask Cole, because I looked this up. I wanted to look early next gen era in terms of lead changes. There were 23 lead changes among 8 drivers this afternoon. You go back to 2022, I looked up, there were only 14. So 23 lead changes today.
Okay.
Pretty gosh darn good.
But
9 more.
That still sounds kind of lame, though.
Well, if you're going to compare it to the, let me get to it.
Compared to what we had
564, that's not lead changes, but it's 564 passes that were in the IndyCar race yesterday.
Yeah.
564. Wow. Okay. So,
also a record.
Also a record, right, at Phoenix. But yeah, you're right. I feel like 23 lead changes, NASCAR can do more than that at Phoenix. And I felt like today, we were watching more than that.
I agree. That's why you got to make the races shorter.
Yeah. That just doesn't resonate with me. That's not a positive for me. Well, it's a positive for me that it was more than last time.
Yeah.
But still, it just I don't go to races to watch mid-pack racing. I understand it's fun watching damn good drivers work their way up through the field.
Yeah, I was just going to say, hold on, pump the brakes on that. Because you do. If you have a favorite driver who goes out early, like Kyle Busch fans today, and he goes straight to the back of the field, and then all of a sudden, close to the end of the race, he's in 10th. I mean, was he constantly making his way? No, he did have a bit of a difficult car today. But it is fun to watch good guys who have bad fortune at the beginning, watch them come through the field.
But the majority of fans watch the lead, right?
I would.
The broadcasts tend to focus on the lead as well.
But you're right. You're right.
Yeah, that's just it. I mean, that's what we watch. So you would hope there would be more lead change. Well, I'm curious. What does the Freak Nation think? Do they 20? What'd you say? 20? How many?
23.
23 lead changes. That just, again, for a race that's that damn long. We do the math. How long was the race? Do we have a time on the race?
3.5 hours. Over 3.5 hours.
All right, do the math on that, Richie.
Okay, so that's a lead change every. Okay, that's just
there you go.
Whatever. Yeah.
Right. Okay, it was more than last year, but still, it's just. And one other thing before we go to our interview with Joey Logano coming up next. One thing that Josef Newgarden brought up in that interview last hour was, again, the number of lines that the Cup Series and these big stock cars can run at the track versus the IndyCar Series. I watched today's race much differently than I did previous, observing not just the 4 wides and 5 wides from time to time, but throughout the track when there were 3 cars running side by side in areas that the IndyCar Series couldn't sniff a couple at the time. So it was cool to hear Josef Newgarden's take from IndyCar perspective about, you really want that high line for the IndyCar Series. I get that, but watching the Cup Series for me this weekend was much different thanks to Josef Newgarden.
Ty Gibbs almost won the race.
Damn it.
Ty Gibbs.
Yep. Freak Nation, coming up next, his name is Joey Logano. Roger Penske celebrating 60 years in motorsports. We talk about that and much more. Joey Logano and the Freaks next. Speed Freaks Pits and Lucas Oil Studios.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
In life, you get out what you put in. Time, effort, dedication. On the track, in the garage, in your vehicle. When you choose Lucas Oil, your vehicle delivers. Mile after mile. Generation after generation. Lessons learned. Passion earned. Lucas Oil. It works.
Freak Nation, get this. General Tire has launched a comprehensive Shield Plus Advantage plan for passenger and light truck tires. What that means for you is when you purchase General Tires, the Shield Plus Advantage plan lets you enjoy a complete package of multiple warranties and coverage to get the most from your tires. The plan applies to all General Tire passenger and light truck tires purchased as replacements in the U.S. and Canada with DOT serial numbers. For more information, hit them up on GeneralTire.com. General Tire, the official tire of Speed Freaks for 2 decades.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
The smartest way to spend your money is not to. Straight Talk offers free 5G phones for new and existing customers on Verizon's 5G network. So the refund money I don't spend on that free phone is the refund money I get to keep for my family. Smart.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
Some people, they follow the rules. Here at the Freak Nation, we don't. Go to our YouTube channel at Official Speed Freaks and hit the store link, and you'll be able to own a part of the Freak Nation, from adult to kids tees, freaking hoodies, beanies to styling lids, kicks, and coffee mugs. All carrying Speed Freaks attitude that's been rattling cages for 25 years. This ain't fashion. It's a big old fat middle finger to boring. Hello. You want to blend in? Keep walking. Hit up Speed Freaks' YouTube page and bang the store link so you too can own a part of the Freak Nation.
Listen, were you forced into getting a solar contract and now you just don't want it anymore? Maybe the solar company misled you. Or is your solar contract buried with hidden fees? Are you not saving the amount of money you thought you would on your energy costs? Don't worry. At the Solar Exit Hotline, we can help you cancel your solar contract, even if the panels are already installed. Our experienced legal team will review your contract and help you cancel it, possibly saving you thousands of dollars. You got to call right now for complete details. So listen, if you're not happy with your solar contract for any reason, we are here to help you cancel it. Call the Solar Exit Hotline now for immediate options to help you exit your solar contract. This call is 100% free.
800-798-9512. 800-798-9512. 800-798-9512. That's 800-798-9512.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Joey Logano, 60 years of Penske racing, and I looked at you and said, when was the first time that you heard about Roger Penske? And I kind of said, was it back with, no, you look at me like, you idiot? It's like I was born knowing about Roger. No, was there an instance where you were like, oh, Roger Penske, he is it?
Well, I think, as a fan, all of us as kids, you watch racing, right? Like I watched NASCAR racing when you're 5, 6 years old, and you may not know who Roger Penske is then when you're a kid, but as you grow up and you start watching the races more and you see, Rusty Wallace and those guys out there driving those cars, you're like, okay, that's a Penske car, right? And maybe you don't know who Roger is yet, but you know the race team. And then as you grow older, you start to realize, wow, this Roger Penske guy wins a lot of races, and he also wins in other things like business and leasing trucks and dealerships and all this stuff, right? Like this guy just wins like a lot. And so, anytime you get to meet someone like that, the first thing you do is just be a sponge, right? You try to learn as much as you possibly can, as quickly as you can. And then when you have the opportunity to work with someone like that, you think, well, that's perfect because he wins and I want to win. So let me go together with him.
How have you sponged off Roger Penske? Give me some of the best advice. I don't care if it's daddy advice, family advice, business or racing. What's the best advice he's given you?
The best advice he's given me has never been a word. It's just been example. And it's the best way you can teach someone is through example. And he does this throughout his whole business. You think of the thousands of employees that he has, I think it's 300-something thousand. He's not telling every one of them to act a certain way, look a certain way, be a certain way, and win. It's the culture that he has started. It's not by words, it's by what he's doing. And the fact is, no matter how hard I work, I can't outwork the man. Like he is in a different league than anyone. And his ability to do that, but also be personable, like that's really hard to do. I think to be leading all these different things, and you think about how do you have all these things on your plate and you still do so good, right? He's just able to manage a lot. He puts good people around him, good team, right? And then he's got the culture, and the culture is the biggest, most important thing I think in his business.
When you are stressed, do you think about that sometimes? And hey, Roger Penske can have 8 plates in the air and balance them perfectly. I got this. I'm going to figure out how to make this work.
Yeah, I guess I just kind of have the mentality of I dive in head first and I'll figure it out when I get there. That's just who I am. I don't have to have a full game plan before I go into something. I like to be as prepared as possible and not have surprises, but I also know surprises will pop up and it's how you handle it. And so, you can sit on the couch forever thinking about all the things that can happen, or you can just do it and figure it out when you're there. And that's, Roger is very calculated, but he's also a guy that's just going to do it, right? And you don't get to where you are and grow the businesses that he has without taking risks, calculated risks, but just having the guts to actually do it. A lot of Americans don't have that.
I'm going to have you come talk to our daughter because, yes, I'm trying to teach her about pivoting and being comfortable, about being flexible.
It's hard to do, right? Failure's hard, right? You kind of got to get used to, and I say this all the time, you got to learn to lose. It's going to happen, right? You're going to get knocked down. It's just how quickly do you get up?
Paint schemes, what came to my mind with Roger Penske. I knew his paint schemes before I knew Roger Penske. Marlboro. Well, I knew him with Miller Lite, but all these, like this paint scheme, all these paint schemes that he had, and it was just, it was throughout the season. And when you started in NASCAR, that's true. You more or less had the same paint scheme throughout the season, but now with sponsorship, that's different. To where you got to look at your car, okay, I'm sponsored by this group this week. Is that difficult, or that's just the necessity of where we have to be?
No, it's part of the business plan that Team Penske has. And sure, Shell is on my car for the majority of the races with an iconic paint scheme, right? Forever it was the scallops, now it's coming at the lines, but it's red and yellow, it's recognizable, everybody knows what it is. With that said, I think when you look at some of the Team Penske partners, whether it's Auto Trader, right, it's always been a shared thing between me and Cindric, right? And so there's something that, just in case something was ever to happen, right? Like there's brand identity built together. I think that's important to do. I think it's good to do from a business perspective. That's important. And so, there's a few of those, like, Hunt Brothers Pizza is on my car. It's got a little bit on Blaney's as well, right? So there's some partners that kind of go back and forth a little bit, especially through the IndyCar side and the NASCAR side, right? Shell sponsoring both of those. Shell sponsoring the Speedway and Indy, right? Like they're everywhere. So I think when you see that, that's just shows the scale of what we're trying to do, because there's multiple race teams, right? Whether it's IndyCar, sports car, NASCAR, and there's the racetrack, right? All of those things together, and they all got to coexist with same partners.
It was here last year where we were talking about the double, and you said to us that I'm racing on the weekends. I don't get a chance to watch IndyCar. I really want to. Are you going to get out here Saturday afternoon and watch this damn race?
Yeah, I'm going to do the Fox broadcast, so I'll be up there in the booth. And I called Pam Miller, the producer. I was like, hey, I don't know if I can add as much to an IndyCar race. Like, I don't know their strategy like I would know a truck race or an Xfinity race. But she's like, it's okay. It's not what you're there for. I'm like, okay, good. Because I don't want to have your expectations too high. But I'm looking forward to watching this. Their lap times are just ridiculously fast, right? It's just a completely different type of racing. And I think the fans are the big winner on this whole thing, because where else can you go and get two completely different type of disciplines of racing one day to the next, right? And then the racetrack's a winner because their suites are sold out on Saturday already, and Sunday, which is great. I think it's just good for both sports. It's good for the fans, good for the track.
Let's get the points question out of the way. And you're one of those guys who just kind of floats with it. It's like, it is what it is. I may disagree with it, but I've got to abide by it because it's what I want to race. Where are you now? 4 races into the season. Tyler Reddick's won the first 3. Has it changed your style of racing? Different? Is it?
Yeah, it has to. The rules change. You got to adapt, right? You got to do things differently. So, yeah.
Like what?
Well, you got to you got to look at your risk tolerances and change some of that, right? It's just what it is. This is what you want. That's fine. Tell me, like I said before, tell me the rules. I don't care. Tell me the rules and let me go to work and try to figure out how to win, right? That's our job, to figure out how to do that. So, I can't change the rules, so it doesn't matter what I think. I just want to go out there and figure out how to win.
Freak Nation, one of the highlights, again, of the weekend, of course, was at this Penske event in the Penske Hospitality Suite. And you look at the drivers that were there, Crasher. Help me out. You start with Ryan Blaney and work your way down, okay? They were hanging out from IndyCar and NASCAR. Austin Cindric, Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano, Josef Newgarden,
David Malukas.
And Scott McLaughlin. And, of course, Roger was there. But you see those current drivers, but really the history of the drivers that have come through with Roger Penske and have been been synonymous, not just with Penske, but the brand logos of what Roger Penske and company brought in for the side of the car. Al Unser Jr., for example, and what he brought to Roger Penske. I'm curious if Roger Penske would be Roger Penske without Al Unser Jr.
I'm curious if he would be Roger Penske without David Donahue, or excuse me.
Oops.
the other Donahue, or Rick Mears.
Mark Donahue,
thank you.
That's true. Rick Mears.
Oh, yeah.
4 times?
4 Indy 500s.
4 Indy 500s. Mm-hmm. Holy smokes. And, Richie, you're there watching these current drivers pontificate about hanging out with Roger Penske and really what he meant to motorsports for 60 years. Trying to grasp the history of Roger Penske, not just with freaking motorsports, but the automotive world in general.
Yeah, it was like I actually put out a picture of all of them together, and I was like in awe of all of the championships and race wins just in that one room together.
Yeah.
Right.
was just wild, and then you add all of Roger Penske accomplishments on top of that too. Like, somebody needs to do the math on all the championships and race wins and Indy 500s in that room, Daytona 500s, NASCAR championships, Coca-Cola 600s, whatever they may be. It's like you just take us in and you go, oh damn, that's cool.
Yes.
That's cool, because I don't think that's going to happen again until next year, right? This is like it's a once in a one. It hasn't. When's the last time it happened? Any road course was the last time, right? That NASCAR and IndyCar came together,
right? But there was no kumbaya.
Yeah.
There was no anniversary of a team.
Yes.
There was no big get together like there was this weekend, thanks to Roger Penske and Team Penske. Yeah, and we asked Team Penske, because of their 60th anniversary this year, we asked if they would be doing something similar at the Indy 500, and the answer was yes, But guess what? You're not going to have all the NASCAR guys there because they're busy in Charlotte that exact same time. So you're right. This was incredibly unique.
So again, Freak Nation, a very special weekend at Phoenix with the double. Saturday afternoon, again, a lot of us with our fingers crossed that this IndyCar race would show up, and it freaking showed up. It was a fantastic race, and according to all reports, it's going to happen again next year, Freak Nation. Coming up next, his name is Chad Green. You're probably not familiar with this dude, but what he did, he took down some behemoths in the funny car class in the NHRA as they kicked off their season in Gainesville. And one in particular was Matt freaking Hagan, of course, running for Tony Stewart. He joins us next. Also, Graham Rahal and his female Moto America driver celebrate International Women's Day like they should. It's coming up. Speed Freaks Pits, Lucas Oil Studios.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Freak Nation, head to your local General Tire dealership now to check out the latest additions to their product lineup. The Grabber family of tires are engineered for durability and feature innovative performance features that offer all-terrain capability, blending exceptional off-road durability and impressive on-road performance, all while sporting aggressive styling. For outstanding off-road performance coupled with strong street manners, look no further than General Tire. General Tire delivers for whatever you do, and the official tire of Speed Freaks since 2001.
At Lucas Oil, we take pride in creating problem-solving products to make your car care easier. We protect your vehicle and make it run longer so you can focus on the things that matter most. Whether it's commuting to work, visiting a loved one, taking the kids where they need to go, going to the big game, or anywhere life takes you, Lucas Oil is committed to getting you there for all of life's important moments. Lucas Oil, it works.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
Life insurance is one of those things that just about everybody needs, but few people actually have. Hey, if you die unexpectedly without life insurance, guess what? You'll leave your family with even a bigger mess. Life insurance will help replace your family's income. It'll help cover burial expenses. Life insurance can even help pay off debt like credit cards and medical bills. Life insurance can even pay for college. And if you own a business and you die, life insurance can help your business from collapsing. It can even help cover estate taxes. Life insurance has never been more affordable and needed. Plus, you can always shop around even if you have a plan and save some money. So call the Life Insurance Quote Line right now for free pricing information.
800-917-8730. 800-917-8730. 800-917-8730. That's 800-917-8730.
Some people, they follow the rules. Here at the Freak Nation, we don't. Go to our YouTube channel at Official Speed Freaks and hit the store link, and you'll be able to own a part of the Freak Nation, from adult to kids tees, freaking hoodies, beanies to styling lids, kicks, and coffee mugs. All carrying Speed Freaks attitude that's been rattling cages for 25 years. This ain't fashion. It's a big old fat middle finger to boring. Hello. You want to blend in? Keep walking. Hit up Speed Freaks YouTube page and bang the store link so you too can own a part of the Freak Nation.
For the 2026 season of Speed at Worldwide Technology Raceway are on sale now. The Bommarito Automotive Group 500 and Celebration of 66 Festival, June 6th and 7th. The NASCAR Cup Series Enjoy Illinois 300, O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, and Confluence Music Festival, September 11th through 13th. And the NHRA Napa Auto Parts Midwest Nationals, October 2nd through 4th. Save big by going to www.raceway.com.
In life, you get out what you put in. Time, effort, dedication. On the track, in the garage, in your vehicle. When you choose Lucas Oil, your vehicle delivers. Mile after mile. Generation after generation. Lessons learned, passion earned. Lucas Oil, it works.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Freak Nation, our friends at General Tire will remind you, man, you buy 4 qualifying tires from General Tire, and you'll get up to $80 back. Big old fat rebate, man. Go to GeneralTire.com, find out with the tires where you can get up to $80 back at GeneralTire.com. It's GeneralTire.com. Coming up, Graham Rahal, IndyCar Series pilot and Moto America team owner, two-wheel team owner, and his female driver did something this weekend that's never been done in superbikes. And we'll talk about that coming up. But first, his name is Chad Green, NHRA Funny Car winner from Gainesville. That's right. Who? Well, got news for you, man. He's won the last 2 Gainesvilles. He's kicked off the 2025 and the 2026 season as your points leader coming out of Gainesville, again, 2025 and 2026. And he joins us now after again winning Gainesville, putting a beat down on that funny car class with the NHRA right here. SpeedFreaks Pits, Lucas Oil Studios. So Freak Nation, it's the first time for Chad Green to come in the Lucas Oil Studios. And what took him so damn long, first of all. Second of all, not too many funny car drivers, Chad Green, could say that they've won Gainesville 2 times in a row and have come out of Gainesville as the points lead. How in the hell are you taking down the behemoths in funny car to be here in the Lucas Oil Studios with Speed Freaks?
Well, let me tell you, it's just a lot of hard work from my crew guys, my crew chiefs. We was out here 2 weeks ago. We made a lot of testing laps and yeah, it's a lot of hard work, and I really can't explain why we're so good here, but I'll take it. And like I said in my interview earlier, I really love this track, especially after last year, but now it's like definitely my favorite track and my favorite fans. It's amazing how the fans come out and pack the stands here, sold out crowd.
They're off and running. It is tire smoke for Alexis. Chad Green's done it.
Why specifically, aside from the fans? Because, yes, that place is raucous. But what is it? Is it a grip level? Is it just something about the air? What specifically is it that is so in tune with you and your team?
I don't know. My guys really came together this weekend and pulled something great out. You know, a couple months ago, you know, during the off season, I was, you know, I thought about it a lot, like how nice would it be to be able to go back to Gainesville and win that thing again. And yeah, it just all came together today. But a lot of the reason why I love this track is because I have so much history at this track. I mean, not only me, but a lot of the drivers here, you know, when they got their first start in drag racing, they go to Frank Hawley's school of drag racing, and that is here at this track. So like basically, you know, my first run down the racetrack was here at this Gainesville Raceway. So it holds a special, you know, part of my heart. You know, my kids have both come here and gone through the Frank Hawley's drag racing school. My wife has even come here and gone through the Frank Hawley's drag racing school. So just a really cool spot and not a better place to win.
Is it like, and I'm in all seriousness, Chad Green, funny car winner from Gainesville, joining us here in the Freak Nation. Is it like your favorite T-shirt, your favorite pants? It just feels good.
Hey, I see a new T-shirt in the future, a new 2-time T-shirt coming.
Well, you talk about those that you ran through to get to the finals and, of course, win the finals. One in particular, of course, is Matt Hagan. You had to leave on that dude to get that win, which is something that's tough to do against Tony Stewart Nitro and, of course, Matt Hagan. That was the every intention for you to do, knowing that you had to beat Matt Hagan, you had to leave on him, right?
Yeah, actually, just you asking me that question gives me chills because Matt Hagan, let me tell you, that guy, he's one of the best out here, and he's one of the best. And anytime you race that guy, you know you really got to get up on the wheel because he's going to leave good. He's going to have a great reaction time. And we had to go through him last year here in the semifinals, which was a tough one, and we made a great run. And we was able to do it again. So, no, I love Matt Hagan. He's my buddy, let me tell you. And he's one of the best ever. So to beat him, that's awesome.
Hey, Chad, the NHRA can hang their hat on a lot of things. For one, the diversity. male, female, people of color are winning and they're winning championships. But two, guys like yourself coming out of Midland, Odessa, East Texas, you could come here or come to Gainesville and put the beat down on the John Force Racings of the world, the Coletta Motorsports of the world. How are you able to take that away from those guys that have millions and millions of dollars tied up into multi-car teams?
Well, I tell you, it all comes down to people, and they got great people. We know they got great people, but we got great people too on my team. And I've got the same guys. This is my 7th year driving funny car, and I've got the same core group of guys I've had from the beginning. And we've had growing pains, and it's been a struggle. This is a fight out here. It's a dog fight out here with these guys, and to even be able to win a round or win a race is something really incredible. So hats off to my guys. I got a great group of people. It ain't about me. It's about the guys that put my car together.
Yeah, you nailed it right there. It's everybody, every team could have great people, but it's the chemistry. Like, are the people good at working together? And you're showing that, which is absolutely key. And like you said, years of being with the same people, that matters, doesn't it?
Oh, it definitely matters. And, I can think back even, back at, when Steve Torrance was dominating for 4 years, he didn't come out and just dominate from the beginning. He had the same group of guys, they struggled for a long time, and, till they finally came together. And, I'm trying to follow that pattern.
Gotcha. So what does this celebration consist of? Clearly, this is the opening weekend. You are the points leader from being the winner of the Gainesville Gator Nationals. What's the celebration?
A lot of beer drinking and listening to music and partying.
Couldn't have said it any better.
How does a good old boy from Midland, Odessa party after a big race win?
Well, we know how to party pretty good in Texas, so yeah, we'll do a good job at it, let me tell you.
He's like, Kenny, what happens at the Gators stays at the Gators.
That's right.
Well, that is awesome, and congratulations on this. You put the beat down on some dudes and some teams that have a whole lot of money sunk in. How do you take this to Phoenix and try and replicate this, knowing that it's a completely different track for a lot of these drivers?
Well, definitely that's the key now. That's the next goal, the next challenge is carrying this momentum on. Last year, actually, we came out of this race, it's so important, the very first race of the year, because if you don't finish good, at least, make it to the semifinals or something, that sets the points right there for the year. And if you're behind from there, you're behind the 8 ball from the beginning. So to come out of here and leader in the points is huge. And last year we won this race, and tell you the truth, we kind of goofed it up a little bit during the middle of the season. We had problems, we had issues, and we fell back from number 1 all the way to number 12 through the season. And it was during the countdown that we finally, got our car back together and got our act together and battled back to number 7 in the points. Mm-hmm. So the main focus this year is definitely taking this win and keeping the momentum going and carrying it on.
And you're doing this with big old bond coat on the side of that freaking funny car. Your business there in Midland, Odessa, right?
Yes, sir.
Bang. Attaboy. Hey, Chad, we appreciate you doing this, my friend. This is awesome.
Hey, guys, thanks for having me. I hope I get to get back on here with you again.
You don't understand, Freak Nation, how big that is for that team. Crasher.
Oh, without question. Wins equate to more publicity. More publicity equates to more sponsor dollars. Yeah, huge.
And I don't know if he gets more sponsor dollars, big time sponsor.
Eventually.
It's just the fact that he's taking down these teams that have multiple cars.
And the data that a multi-car team has. Yeah, it's true.
And if you had to put a Triple Crown, Gainesville would be a Triple Crown for NHRA.
Indy, Gainesville, Pomona.
Yeah.
Tell me what else.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be anything else. Gainesville, Indy, Pomona.
It's just a big deal for Chad Green. Congratulations to that team. And he didn't answer the question when I asked him about, again, all this money coming into these other teams and him being able to kick their ass. Oh man, it's a big deal. But those guys are going home in their freaking private jets. He's driving back to Midland, Odessa.
I feel like if Cody Ware showed up next week in Las Vegas and whooped everybody's ass.
True.
There you go.
Yeah.
Not a bad comparison. Yep.
Cadillac showing up and beating the McLarens and the like.
What about Cadillac just showing up would be a win.
They showed up. Ish. Yes.
Freak Nation coming up next. Graham Rahal. His Moto America team did something this weekend that has never been done on two wheels. And they did it for the Daytona 200. Speaking of Triple Crowns, my goodness. And we'll hear from Graham Rahal and the significance of what happened on International Women's Day. That's next. SpeedFreaks Pits, Lucas Oil Studios.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Some people, they follow the rules. Here at the Freak Nation, we don't. Go to our YouTube channel at Official Speed Freaks and hit the store link, and you'll be able to own a part of the Freak Nation, from adult to kids tees, freaking hoodies, beanies to styling lids, kicks, and coffee mugs. All carrying Speed Freaks attitude that's been rattling cages for 25 years. This ain't fashion. It's a big old fat middle finger to boring. Hello. You want to blend in? Keep walking. Hit up Speed Freaks YouTube page and bang the store link so you too can own a part of the Freak Nation.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
Tickets are on sale now for the 5th Enjoy Illinois 300 at Worldwide Technology Raceway. September 11th through 13th brings a full weekend of action with the NASCAR Cup Series, NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, and St. Louis's biggest music festival, Confluence. The stars shine on and off the track, and your ticket gets you everything: cars, concerts, camping, food, and fun. Don't miss it. Get your tickets now and save big at WWTRaceway.com.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Turn your book idea into publishing gold.
800-215-6818. 800-215-6818. That's 800-215-6818.
One of the main reasons for poor vehicle performance is a dirty fuel system. It can cause decreased fuel economy and actually do harm to your engine over time. By adding Lucas fuel treatment to your vehicle, it cleans and lubricates the entire fuel system, pump, carburetors, fuel injectors, and valves as you drive. It also improves your vehicle's performance. It's a non-solvent product designed to protect both gasoline and diesel engines. Lucas Fuel Treatment. It works.
Freak Nation, head to your local General Tire dealership now to check out the latest additions to their product lineup. The Grabber family of tires are engineered for durability and feature innovative performance features that offer all-terrain capability, blending exceptional off-road durability and impressive on-road performance, all while sporting aggressive style. For outstanding off-road performance coupled with strong street manners, look no further than General Tire. General Tire delivers for whatever you do, and the official tire of Speed Freaks since 2001.
Are you worried about your taxes? Okay, so I'm talking to those of you out there that have not filed in a few years with the IRS or state. It's time to get worried, and here's why. The IRS is getting back from their own COVID lockdown, and they're hiring more enforcers, and they're going to come after people that owe taxes. So if you're a 1099 worker, and maybe you just plain forgot to file your taxes, you need to call the professionals right now at the Tax Helpline. They are experts at knowing the tax regulations, and their goal is to help you pay as little as possible. Call right now and get a 100% free tax evaluation. Remember, before the IRS knocks on your door, knock on our door. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, make this free call right now.
Call Taxes 321 now at 800-808-9443. 800-808-9443. That's 800-808-9443.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
All righty, man. We're about to put the wraps on a big old fat 2-hour show. And again, proud of what happened in Phoenix, Freak Nation, with the double, with IndyCar on Saturday afternoon, then the O'Reilly Series Saturday night, then, of course, the Cup Series. But more importantly, again, IndyCar fans, open wheel fans, it was a success by all means, whether it was the crowd, the racing, the opinions of the drivers. It worked. It worked. And according to Crash Gladys and our crack staff, they're allegedly already planning about coming back next year as part of the NASCAR weekend.
Are we going, before anything was dropped on social media, Marshall Pruitt, our friend, was one of them who dropped it. Before that, we had an interview with second place Kyle Kirkwood, and he dropped a nugget in the interview. And that's when we started asking around like, hold on a second. Something's brewing here. Who wants to tell us? So, yeah, I have enough confidence now that, this isn't going away. This is happening again.
Freak Nation, Graham Rahal, who's been coming in here since he was 15 years old, Freak Nation.
True story.
And now that he is a multiple Ducati bike owner, motorcycle dealership owner.
He's a dealership.
Dealership owner. And, of course, his IndyCar team, but more importantly, this Moto America team that he has an 18-year-old female driver. We talked to Graham about 3 minutes about this on whatever it was. It was this past week.
Media Day, Thursday.
At Phoenix Raceway. And we knew of Kayla Yakov. We knew that this chick is a badass. She's 18 years old.
We met her at the Phoenix Supercross.
Right.
She was running
a Ducati
solid.
for, of course, Rahal's Superbike team, Moto America team, and he predicted that she's got great things ahead, and it couldn't have happened on a better weekend for Kayla. This interview took place prior to Saturday's race with the Daytona 200, the epitome when it comes to winning one of the biggest races of the year in Moto America. And she did something that has never been done. She podiumed. She didn't win it. But according to Graham, as you'll see, that's coming. But she's coached by Ben Spies, one of the greatest Superbike MotoGP racers ever to come out of the United States of America. And she's with a hell of a team with Graham Rahal. But what she did this weekend in Daytona on International Women's Day is bananas. This is International Women's Day today, but she ran on Saturday, and she freaking podiumed. It's fan-freaking-tastic.
First time ever for a female to be on the podium, Daytona 200.
And this is 3 days before she did this with Graham Rahal, IndyCar Series pilot and Moto America team owner here, SpeedFreaks Pits, Lucas Oil Studios. Talk about Kayla on your team in Moto America and the hope. Actually, it's not hope. It's like you believe this girl is going to win.
Yeah, I think she is single-handedly the most talented female that's ever ridden. Don't take that from me. Take it from Spees, who's been around this and he's seen a lot of it. Kayla's commitment is at a level that I've never seen from anybody in any motorsport that I've been around. She is on that bike almost every single day in some capacity around the country. She and her dad, Dave, drive around everywhere and, motorhome, and we give them a couple of bikes to take. She's got a V4S to ride to get ready for the next level. She's got a V2 to ride as well. And she's on that thing thousands of miles. Physically this year, she's taken her game to another level. And, I think the success of Moto America, not to put pressure on her, but I think the success of that sport rides on her back. And if Kayla can win, which I believe she can, don't be surprised if she wins multiple this year. And if she can do that, it will elevate that sport. And, you know, for me, you know, my job is to keep giving her the best equipment to go do it. And I really wanted to be, when we started the team, you know, she was at the top of our list. At the time, she was only 16 and really hadn't even been in a V2 or into super sport yet. You know, but I saw what my dad did for Danica. And, you know, for me, I felt like, as a motorcycle fan, you know, Kayla is the two-wheel version of her. And I felt that, you know, somebody just needed to give her the tools and the keys of the kingdom to go run with it and try to kick some ass. And I really do think she will. I mean, I've seen the results. They're at Daytona right now for the 200. She's going to have a chance to win the 200. I really believe that. And now I struggle to go watch her because I'm a girl dad, and it's hard for me. I watch her ride, and the ponytail's flapping in the wind and the whole thing, and I get a little, my nerves go a little crazy. The boys go by, no problem. When she goes by, I get a little bit more anxious. But Coda last year is the perfect demonstration of it. You know, she was battling Cam and Tyler Scott, I think, for the last podium spot. And the crowd, even though the crowd wasn't hundreds of thousands, the crowd was solely locked in on Kayla. And when she was making the moves she was making, dive bombing the boys and doing the things, you know, the roar you could hear around that place was amazing. And so, you know, she's our star. And so, you know, my hopes are that this year is a big, big year for Kayla.
That is stunning. And then it paid off days later on the weekend of International Women's Day. Whoa. Again, can't script it. Cannot script something that cool.
Richie, when you see a guy like Graham Rahal, and again, Graham Rahal, there's going to be a time when we get him on the show and I'm going to say, Graham, what are some of the things you regret saying most out loud?
He'll say nothing.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. He'll probably say it. But he was so adamant about Kayla doing well in a series that has not had great success with other women. But for her to podium in the Daytona 200, my man, you understand the significance.
Absolutely, yeah. I've watched my fair share of Moto America races. I've even seen a Moto America race live in person.
Yes, you did.
I did out of Laguna Seca, and that was really cool to see that in person. So I got to check that off. Got to check that off my bucket list. So yeah, first I didn't even know the Daytona 200 was going on this weekend with all the other motorsports that was going on. But yeah, again, you guys were telling us before, you know, earlier in the show, like this is their Super Bowl, man, and to have a female rider who's a teenager still get a is insane.
Yeah,
like it's just like and that's one of the things like I'm not too familiar with, right? Because you see female drivers in open wheel and in stock car. You know, you can watch Formula One Academy. Their first race of the season is actually coming up this weekend in China, which is the all-female open wheel Formula Series in Europe. And then, you know, you have your young drivers in ARCA, et cetera, et cetera. But I can't recall ever seeing a female rider like on a two-wheel bike like this. And
right.
And she wasn't the only one, right? Like I was telling you guys in the break here for Moto America, for International Women's Day, we recognized 16-year-old Ella Dreyer. Just 1 week after turning 16, Dreyer made history as the youngest rider to ever compete in the Daytona 200. She delivered an impressive debut. Get this. This is the thing I didn't tell you. Finishing 16th out of 42 riders in one of motorcycle road racing's most legendary events.
She was 15 1 week ago.
Isn't that crazy?
She finished 16th 1 week into being 16 years old.
Probably just got a learner's permit driver's license, right?
Whoa.
Crasher, Kayla finished ahead of Josh Hayes. In the Daytona 200.
Oh, yep. She's the next big thing.
Hey, you got that other video in there, my man? All right, don't play it yet. All right. So, it being International Women's Day, I thought I would feature some fantastic women in my life. One being Crash Gladys, the mother of my daughter, Henley. And I guess it's okay to show one of Henley's bestie. I'm not going to say her name, Crasher, because we didn't get the okay from her parents to show this.
Oh, lovely.
But you can't really see her that well. But you'll get the gist of it. I watched more Formula One last night than I did the entire season last year because of the new configurations of this car. And the anticipation, it wasn't palpable for me, but I just knew things were going to be different. And according to Richie, a lot of people were bitching and moaning about it. I freaking loved it, man. I freaking loved it. the first 30 laps were awesome, and then it just kind of went into that old Formula One mode of, but it was so much fun. And I'd had a few Jamesons at the time, and we were texting. It was awesome. It was just so much fun to watch, man. Again, if I'm up, I'm going to watch it. But if you will, let's see what the other three women were doing. Go ahead. Roll it.
That's me.
Yeah, there you go.
And there's Stella.
Yeah, and this is all on the podium while there's Omar. While they're celebrating. Yep, there they are. International Women's Day. Sorry.
It was late,
That's
man.
good.
It was late, and the two girls you saw in that video, they were hanging out the track all day long yesterday too.
After a soccer game.
Exactly. So I don't blame them, man.
No.
Hell, I was getting a little sleepy at the end of the race too. I'm not gonna lie.
We'll do it again next week. See ya.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
At Lucas Oil, we take pride in creating problem-solving products to make your car care easier. We protect your vehicle and make it run longer so you can focus on the things that matter most. Whether it's commuting to work, visiting a loved one, taking the kids where they need to go, going to the big game, or anywhere life takes you, Lucas Oil is committed to getting you there for all of life's important moments. Lucas Oil, it works.
Freak Nation, head to your local General Tire dealership now to check out the latest additions to their product lineup. The Grabber family of tires are engineered for durability and feature innovative performance features that offer all-terrain capability, blending exceptional off-road durability and impressive on-road performance, all while sporting aggressive style. For outstanding off-road performance coupled with strong street manners, look no further than General Tire. General Tire delivers for whatever you do, and the official tire of Speed Freaks since 2001.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
The smartest way to spend your money is not to. Straight Talk offers free 5G phones for new and existing customers on Verizon's 5G network. So the refund money I don't spend on that free phone is the refund money I get to keep for my family. Smart.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Turn your book idea into publishing gold.
800-215-6818. 800-215-6818. That's 800-215-6818.
Tickets are on sale now for the 5th in Troy, Illinois 300 at Worldwide Technology Raceway. September 11th through 13th brings a full weekend of action with the NASCAR Cup Series, NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, and St. Louis's biggest music festival, Confluence. The stars shine on and off the track, and your ticket gets you everything: cars, concerts, camping, food, and fun. Don't miss it. Get your tickets now and save big at www.raceway.com.
Some people, they follow the rules. Here at the Freak Nation, we don't. Go to our YouTube channel at Official Speed Freaks and hit the store link, and you'll be able to own a part of the Freak Nation, from adult to kids tees, freaking hoodies, beanies to styling lids, kicks, and coffee mugs. All carrying Speed Freaks attitude that's been rattling cages for 25 years. This ain't fashion. It's a big old fat middle finger to boring. Hello. If you want to blend in, keep walking. Hit up Speed Freaks' YouTube page and bang the store link so you too can own a part of the Freak Nation.
One of the main reasons for poor vehicle performance is a dirty fuel system. It can cause decreased fuel economy and actually do harm to your engine over time. By adding Lucas fuel treatment to your vehicle, it cleans and lubricates the entire fuel system, pump, carburetors, fuel injectors, and valves as you drive. It also improves your vehicle's performance. It's a non-solvent product designed to protect both gasoline and diesel engines. Lucas Fuel Treatment. It works.
Freak Nation, get this. General Tire has launched a comprehensive Shield Plus Advantage plan for passenger and light truck tires. What that means for you is when you purchase General Tires, the Shield Plus Advantage plan lets you enjoy a complete package of multiple warranties and coverage to get the most from your tires. The plan applies to all General Tire passenger and light truck tires purchased as replacements in the U.S. and Canada with DOT serial numbers. For more information, hit them up on GeneralTire.com. General Tire, the official tire of Speed Freaks for 2 decades.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.